Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Stranger Things in context to a Dungeon Master viewing. So today we're going to look at, so we're in season 1, episode 2, Weirdo on Maple Street, and today we're going to look at Joyce Byers and Mevalds General Store. So Joyce Byers works at Melvald General Store, which is a general store in Hawkins, Indiana, right? And at this point, Joyce is in the middle of it. She realizes the whole town is searching for her son, and they're like, he's gone. We can't find him. And Joyce is like, I don't know about you, but he's calling me on the phone. I know he's alive, and I know he's not on this earth. I know he's stuck in the supernatural, right? So Joyce is in the middle, right? She actually has a job at Mavald's General Store, and it's owned by Donald Mavald. So she goes to Donald, and she has no money. She's dirt poor, right? And the reason why is she works a manual job, right? And that manual job is specifically the manual job that she has is very specific in that it's specifically she's working at this general store, right? And she just sells stuff, and she's never been able to save much because this is a very low end job, and it's very real, right? And one thing I think, when we look at Stranger Things, when we come back and we look at it from a Dungeons Master's perspective, the Duffer Brothers are pointing at this tension for you and me, right? And I'm like, a general store, like you sell soda and you sell milk, that don't matter, right? Like, what matters? Faerun, Eberron, right? And if you look at Will, Mike, Dustin, Lucas, they care way more about the Forgotten Realms than they do about Mavald's General Store, right? And so, like, let's say Calvin, right, and Philip, right, the two, like, let's say Jim Hopper's deputies. They live in the natural world. They don't know anything about the supernatural. They don't even believe it's real, right? And then you look at Mike and Dustin and Lucas and Will, and they're like, oh, the supernatural, the things that are intangible matter way more than the things that are tangible. And then Joyce is in the middle. She used to think, she just goes to this place, and this is everyone who's outside of the Dungeons and Dragons sphere, right? Somebody who goes to a place, does some work, receives some money, goes home, and then does the best they can to live and to move forward, right? And their entire world is locked to one sad identity. They never quest, they never adventure, they only know one small box, right? Whereas you and I, we're not trapped in this world. We don't have to care about Mavald's General Store, right? But then at the same time, what did the Duffer Brothers show us, right? This guy, Donald Mavald, who owns this stupid general store, right? Like, Joyce comes and she's like, hey, I need an advance on my, I need a new phone, and I need some electrical lights, and I need, and actually, she actually, puts them up for a carton of smokes, like, and you know what? Donald Mavald, who just owns this stupid, useless general store, he gives it to her. He gives her the advance, and he's pushing back and saying, my shop is real and it matters. And you know what matters? It's not the transactions. It's that I can help you, and I've built enough stability to help you because you're living between worlds, right? And it's a beautiful scene, and it's really special. And the Duffer Brothers get it. They really get this tension for a dungeon master and a dragon master of what do we value? The intangible, not the real and the fake, right? Not the supernatural and the natural, but the intangible and the tangible, right? And this is my entire point. More than anything, in this world, on the secular side, this is important. We're the last line of defense, right? This world is absolutely transitioning to a point where only the intangible matters, and every single day the tangible matters less and less, right? And we're on the front line of this. We are truly on the front line of this, and I think the Duffer Brothers have really made this incredible space to have this conversation in, right? And I have to apologize to you guys. I started this coverage, and literally as I'm walking through the show, like I can't get a scene without having a huge amount to say about it, to the point where I'm worried I will never finish this playlist, right? But I think that Stranger Things is worth this minute examination, and I appreciate your patience with me as I continue down this road. And I appreciate your patience with my channel. I know my channel doesn't fit the model of, and no one who wants success on YouTube is ever going to, do what I do, right? But I am astounded every day that my numbers are growing. Every single metric is growing, and I appreciate that. And I wanted to say thank you to each and every one for hearing my humble opinion on Stranger Things, Season 1, Episode 2, Weirdo on Maple Street. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like subscribing, and I'm a Fetch Millennium.